This is Shihan, Hussaini, your archery coach and director of Archery Mission, as well as the director for the Coaches Committee, Archery Association of India. You are in the Level 2 Compound Bow Specialization Workshop of Archery Mission and the Archery Association of Tamil Nadu, TAAT. In this section today, you will learn about arrow rests in compound bow and how to fix them. Now, the arrow rest in a compound bow should be very solid. It's called the arrow blade and consistent. It should also be adjustable enough to make tuning easy. It should move to the right and left. It should move up and down. The pace setter or the lizard tongue style of arrow rest is easy to tune and forgiving to shoot. 0.008 or 0.010 blade thickness works very well with lightweight arrows. With these thinner sizes, it is easier for the arrow to push through the blade if there is unwanted contact with the arrow. The arrow may fall off this type of rest during draw. When it draws, it falls off if the archer is not in good physical condition with good muscles. In this case, use a heavier launcher blade. If the arrow repeatedly falls off the rest, the archer will become fatigued, discouraged and disappointed. Fall away arrow rests are gaining in popularity. These arrow rests are designed to move away from the arrow at the point of release so the fletching does not contact the arrow rest. It just moves away. As a starting point, mount the rest so that there is approximately 1 inch, about 25 mm of the arrow in front of the rest. When the rest begins to fall, the arrow should have traveled approximately 3 inches. That's about 75 mm. If this distance is greater than 3 inches, that is 75 mm, the rest, due to the speed of the arrow, may not clear the fletchings or the veins. It is important that fletching clearance or vein clearance is confirmed after this adjustment, which can be checked by spreading the fletching area with some foot powder. Spray the fletching area of the arrow with foot powder, taking care not to disturb the powder area, and shoot the arrow into a firm buttress. Inspect the powdered area of the arrow for marks which may indicate contact problems. Mount the arrow rest on the bow so that the center of the arrow shaft is at slightly below the center of the mounting bolt. That is, we call it the burger hole. WA rules, World Archery rules require that the point of the rest that contacts the arrow be no more than 6 centimeters behind the low point of the throat of the grip. From there till this, it should be at least 6 centimeters. For maximum forgiveness, the rest should be placed between 0 and 3 centimeters behind this point. Center shot is the point at which the arrow is directly in line with the path of the string. To adjust center shot, place an arrow on the bow and point the bow away from you. Point it away from you. Line a point on the string approximately 1 inch below the top cam, up with the string that is in the groove wrapped around the cam. Without moving, glance down to the center of the string and the arrow. When the bow is in center shot, the string will appear to run down the center of the arrow. Limb alignment gauges can be used for this section. It's available in many of the dealers. But as there are many types of bows and many designs and setups, the following is a suggested method of the procedure. Measure across the end of the limbs with a rule or a ruler or a T-scale. Find the center. Then measure the distance from this center point to the center of the string track on the cam. Stick a piece of masking tape across the limb just at the end of the riser. Find the center of the limb at this point and put a small mark on the masking tape. From this point, add the same distance as the offset to the string and make a mark. Then put a heavy pencil mark on either side of this point approximately the width of the string. These two lines can then be used to visually line up the string. If a release aid is to be used, the rest can be adjusted to move the arrow in or out from the riser to get the string alignment so that the string passes straight along the arrow. If this bow is to be shot off the fingers, if you shoot with the fingers, then the pile or the head of the arrow needs to be slightly out to the left of the string, known as the archer's paradox. The setting is required to compensate for the interference of the releasing fingers have on the string, which in turn affects the initial flight of the arrow. Well, my drawing shows a right-handed bow setup, if the drawing is there. If limb alignment gauges are used, care must be taken that the gauges are close to the top and bottom of the riser and that they are properly attached to the limbs. It is not imperative that these adjustments be absolutely perfect, as the rest will be you will likely readjust the rest during the tuning process. Well, thank you very much. You just learnt about compound bow rests and how to place them. Catch you soon with another session. You will understand all this more when you come to the practical session. Let's break up here. I know I may be having difficulty with my English and following the accent, but please listen to the lecture over and over again in your headphones. This is going to truly help you understand what I say. Keep repeating till you are thorough with it. God bless. Catch you soon. This is Who. Thank you very, very much.